Hello. In this video, we are going to look at some irregular verbs in the imperfect tense. We have previously, in a previous video, looked at the regular imperfect verb conjugations. We've looked at these regular AR endings, the aba, abas, aba, abamos, abais, avan, and the ER, IR endings, ia, ias, ia, iamos, iais, ian, right? So now we're going to look at the irregular verbs in the imperfect tense, and I have some really good news for you. Unlike in the present tense or the preterite, where there are lots of irregular verbs, the imperfect only has 3 irregular verbs. Yay! So let's take a look at what they are. Ser, to be, right? Ir, to go. Or ver, to see or to watch, like to watch TV, okay? So with ser, we're talking about like was or used to be, right? So let's take a look at the irregular conjugations of the verb ser in the imperfect tense. I used to be, yo era. You used to be, we have 2 ways to do that, right? Informally, tú eras. Or formally, usted era. Oh, sorry. There we go, era. He or she used to be, always the same as the usted form, era. We used to be, éramos. Don't forget your accent mark on that E, éramos. You guys, we have a couple of ways of saying it. In Spain, we would use the vosotros form, erais. And in like Latin America and Mexico, the ustedes form, eran. And finally, they used to be ellos, or if it was a group of all girls, ellas, eran, the same as ustedes. All right, so that is the irregular conjugations in the imperfect tense of the verb ser. Let's look at to go. I used to go, yo iba. You used to go, informally, ibas. Formally, iba. He or she used to go, él or ella, iba. We used to go, nosotros íbamos. Don't forget your accent mark there on the I. You guys, if I was using the vosotros form, ibais. And the ustedes form, iban. You guys used to go. And they used to go, ellos or ellas, if it's a group of all girls, iban. All right, and let's take a look at our very last irregular verb in the imperfect tense. And this one is only barely irregular. When we conjugate a verb, normally we would take off the ER, right? We'd take off that ending, and that would leave us with a V. The only thing that makes ver irregular is we leave the E on there. Okay, so I used to see or I used to watch, yo veía, and we have to have an accent mark for that reason, so an accent mark on the I all the way throughout. You used to watch or see, informally, tú veías, formally, usted veía. He or she used to watch or see, él o ella veía. We used to watch or we used to see, nosotros veíamos. Or nosotras, if it's all girls, veíamos. You guys, if I'm using the vosotros form, veíais. Or if I was using the ustedes form, veían. And then they used to see or watch, ellos o ellas, veían. And that's it. You now know all of the conjugations of every single irregular verb in the preterite, in the imperfect tense. So let's look at some examples. Let's practice. My friends and I used to go, right, to the park. Mis amigos y yo, that'd be nosotros íbamos al parque. Carlos and dibujos animados, so he used to watch cartoons. Carlos is an él, right? So veía dibujos animados. Did you used to be or were you? So we're looking at the form of ser, right? an obedient child. And in the to form, that's going to be eras. Eras un niño obediente. Right. My brothers were very annoying, mis hermanos, and mis hermanos would be they, right? So mis hermanos eran muy molestos. My sister and I used to, and it's going to be watch, right? Sesame Seat, Plaza Sésamo. So my sister and I would be we, nosotros, veíamos, Plaza Sésamo. And our last example here, the kids were very naughty, los niños, and they would be they. And when we say they were, so los niños eran muy traviesos. Okay, down here in the bottom section of your Cornell notes, write a very brief, just 1 to 2 sentence explanation of the irregular verbs in the imperfect tense. Adios.